This story explains how Britain made 3 promises about the same land. Each promise created conflict. Britain promised Arabs independence during World War I. Britain promised Jews a national home in Palestine. Britain also agreed with France to divide the Middle East for their own benefit. These decisions shaped the future of Israel and Palestine. The agreements were hidden, and the impact continues. 1915 to 1916. Sir Henry McMahon wrote to Sharif Hussein of Mecca. Britain asked Arabs to fight the Ottoman Empire. Britain said Arabs would control their land after the war. Palestine was unclear in the letters. Britain later said Palestine was excluded. Arab leaders saw this as a betrayal. Many historians say this was intentional. Britain wanted the Arab Revolt to help win the war. The region's future was already being shaped behind closed doors. 1916. Britain and France met in secret. They agreed to divide the Middle East after the war. The pact is known as the Sykes-Picot Agreement. It ignored Arab independence. It focused on control of oil, ports, and influence. Palestine was placed under planned international administration. Arabs heard nothing. In 1917, the Soviet government exposed the agreement. Arab leaders felt deceived. Trust was broken before peace could begin. 1917. British Foreign Secretary Arthur Balfour issued a letter. It supported a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine. The British government did not consider Arab rights equal. Many Jewish communities in Europe supported the declaration. They wanted a safe refuge. Britain wanted political support during the war. Arabs expected independence based on earlier promises. Britain created 2 different expectations. The conflict grew. 1920. After World War I, the League of Nations handed Palestine to Britain as a mandate territory. Britain controlled police, law, and immigration. Jewish immigration increased. New settlements grew. Arab farmers feared loss of land. Clashes began in 1920. In 1929, violence escalated in Jerusalem and Hebron. In 1936, Arabs launched an uprising that lasted 3 years. Britain suppressed the revolt with force. Britain did not build joint agreements. Britain did not solve the core conflict it helped create. 1939. Britain restricted Jewish immigration to Palestine. The goal was to calm Arab anger. Zionist groups opposed these limits. Arab leaders still did not trust Britain. World War II increased the crisis. Jewish refugees escaping Europe looked for safety. Arabs feared losing control of their homeland. Britain was unable to satisfy both sides. 1947. Britain left the issue to the United Nations. The UN voted for 2 states. 1 Jewish, 1 Arab. Jewish leaders accepted. Arab leaders rejected. They saw the plan as unfair. They believed it rewarded Britain's broken promises. Violence increased quickly. Britain prepared to leave. There was no agreement between the peoples living on the land. 1948. Israel declared independence on May 14th. Neighboring Arab armies entered the new state. War started. Over 700,000 Palestinians fled or were forced out. They lost homes and property. Palestinians call this event the Nakba, the catastrophe. Israel expanded control over large areas. Britain left without repairing the damage. The conflict entered a new phase without a peace plan. Borders remain disputed. Violence continues. Both sides look back to these early decisions. Britain shaped the conflict. Britain walked away. The agreements still control politics in the Middle East today. Peace efforts struggle because trust was broken from the start.